Alright guys, so today we're working on a Sprinter 04 2.7. We got a leakage fuel pump, high pressure fuel pump, and basically we're gonna have to take it out, see what we got going on. Apparently they have some screws in the back part. This is metal, this is aluminum, so apparently kind of splits in the middle. The bolts apparently come undue, so we're gonna find out if this is our issue here. So what we're gonna do is, we got obviously the shroud, the fan clutch, so we're gonna be taking that away. Obviously I already took it apart, it's right there, so I'm gonna show you guys how to get to this point. So the plastic, it has some clips here. Okay, we got one here, one down here. On this side we also have one here and one down there. This hose also connects by clips to the plastic. So this is the plastic. See those clips right there? That hose connects to it, and these are where the clips go. What ties that together is this little metal clips. Okay, that you just gotta push out of the way. Then obviously you have that covers from the turbo, covers this plate here, goes across here. So you take that as 3 bolts, 10mm, one here, one here, one here. So those 3. So then in the plastic, you're gonna have it loose, so you can get your hands behind it. In front of the blade itself, see it has a hole in it. That's because you have this bolt that you have to loosen. The bolt sits in there, tight obviously. And this one is a 5/16 that you got to put in there and twist to remove it. But the thing is that the belt itself doesn't hold it enough for you to actually twist it, so you have to hold that belt. Now what I did is, with one hand, okay, a hand through here. Let me pull this out a little bit. Okay, there we go. So my hand through here, and you have the plastic here and the fan right there, right? So you put your hand through here with the Allen key, you connect it, and you're gonna pull this way to loosen it. Now this is gonna spin. So what I did is, with my other hand through here, okay, I kind of fished it between the bolt there. See those bolts? Kind of hold it in there, just simply put a little bit of tension on it. And while that was holding in place, I cranked on the Allen key, on the Allen hex. I pull on it and it broke loose, and then you just got to keep on spinning it. Obviously it's a tight situation and it's a little bit complex and uncomfortable, but you get the idea. So you have that. Now once you've taken all that, obviously you put it aside, and man, the sun is coming down. We got the pump itself. Now we have to break loose this hose here. This goes to the fuel rail. We got these 2 hoses here, one there, one there. This obviously are not OEM clamps, but they're clamps, so we got to take those off. Now the pump itself has 3 bolts that hold it. It's kind of like a triangle shape. So you got one here, one, see it has like a little groove right there. Has another groove right here, and on the bottom of it, like on the center, right towards the center of it, where my fingers is at, basically back there, is where the 3rd one is. Now you do have this sensor. This one's already broken, the tip on it, but you do want to take this sensor out of the way so that you can get to this one without messing out that sensor, but that was already broken. So we loosen up the hoses here. We're gonna have to pull on it in a second. I'm gonna crank this one open, and then I'm gonna take these guys off. I already broke them loose, but I gotta take them off. So I'm gonna put you in the tripod and continue from here forward. Oh, and also I removed the hose here from the intercooler. This hose is just this clip. You pull it up and then this hose comes out. I moved it out of the way so I could have space here. So let me put you guys in the tripod and set you guys up. See if we can get this going. There we go. I see it there a little bit. Or should I go on the other side? Let me find out. Alright, so that's where we at. Now, again, we already broke that loose. There's a pin here. Okay, so we broke this guy loose already. And that's an E10. Okay, so it's a Torx E10. We're gonna break this guy off. I wanna say, so that's a 13. Nothing happened. So that's already off. Now there's not much room here for big tools. So I already broke them loose, so I'm gonna screw them by hand. So this is what it's holding. I'm just gonna set them here. And another one here. Okay, and then they want in the center, see if I can fish it. And I'm mistaken, I want it right now. So here we go. So all three are out. This hose is up, so essentially you should be able to slide this off. Now we do have this other sensor here. Okay, so you did have to unplug this guy because it was going to come with a pump out and everything. So let's see here. There we go. Plug it all the way. Aha! So yes, you guys. We did find the issue. So now let me take these hoses off before I break them. So here we go. Alright, let me see if you guys can find that. See where you guys can find that issue there. So we got 4 bolts here. This one is closer, so that one will screw completely. It's supposed to be tight. Now, this thing, you don't want it to fall out, and you don't want to spin this. You want it to slide back in exactly where it was. Okay? So you're gonna hold that. See, I don't want to make too much of a mess here, so let me go ahead and get my top in position. Now, see if I can set you guys up here. So right here, that bolt right there is completely loose. And we got this in the same position it was. If you can see, oh, there goes the bolt. So as you can see, it was clear pushing through here, the fuel, So the fuel is coming out through here. Okay, so that means that the fuel pump, it separated itself from its housing. So imagine with the PSI, with the pressure, it just came on loose completely, and this is why we have the bolt loose completely. So we're going to attach this guy. I don't think the gasket will be bad. We're just going to make sure that we tie these guys up, clean it up, probably put some Loctite on it, clean the whole thing up so it looks, you know, cleaner, and hopefully we won't have any leak issues. The threads here are looking good. I'm just going to try to clean that up a little bit on the block itself. So tripod because it's getting stuck. So I'm going to go ahead and try to clean that up around it as much as I possibly can. I'm going to clean the pump itself. Okay. And I'll be right back. Alright guys, so it's kind of cleaned up a little bit. Now here it is. By hand I could turn it. All of them. So that definitely means that all of them got loose. So this whole thing got separated. So we're gonna go ahead and take them all off one at a time. Put lube on it. Not lube, but locker. And tie everything back together, and we should be good. So yeah, let me go ahead and do that real quick. Alright guys, so we Loctite those 4 bolts, we put it in stock back in. So now we put the fuel pump back on, we line it up, and we're going to go ahead and tie it down. So we can put the, I've already put the hoses on, we just gotta tie the clamps on it. Remember, these bolts are aluminum, so you don't want to overdo it too much because they will stretch. They're just gonna be tied down. Good enough, but not too overdo them. And on the 4 bolts, doing one at a time and tie them down pretty good after you put it in with the Loctite on it. Okay, so that's in there. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our fuel line. I'm gonna tie that down. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and tie our 2 clamps that we had on the lines, on the in and out line. Make sure that they're tight so they don't leak. The way it sits right now, it should be able to prime it. Before, she was leaking fuel as soon as you open the key, as soon as you open the ignition. So I'm going to go ahead and put my battery on. We have to unhook it to be able to tow the vehicle. So I'm going to put my battery back on. And we can open the key and see what we got. If it's leaking, if it doesn't leak. So there has a few auxiliaries hooked up to it. far as I can tell, she started up no problem. Let me go ahead and connect these two guys here. I'm gonna try to see if I could take this half out. And that was already kind of broken. Okay, here we go. So it has two little pinholes on it. I'm gonna have to feed it where it's supposed to go. And as long as she goes back in, alright, there she is. I'm gonna go ahead and put a plug in. And she should still be able to read properly. And sensors back in, everything is back in. We're gonna open the ignition again. We're not gonna start it, we're just gonna open the ignition. So we can look out for leaks, which obviously we don't have any. You can hear the pump pumping through it. I don't see any leak where it was before. Alright, so no leaks, and the pump has been running for a minute now. So we are going to go ahead and put a cover, our fan, our stud. And I'm going to try to show you guys, if I can, how I locked it in place. So this guy goes in there. Alright, so let me see you guys up here. Alright guys, so we got, I'm gonna go ahead and turn that key off, because obviously we're not linking it there. So we got our plastic. Be careful with it, you don't want to break anything. So we're going to put it in place there. So we're going to open up. We're going to stick our fan. Has little recessed bushing on it, and then we're going to put our bolt. It's kind of tight. I told you guys it's kind of tight, but right now you guys are in my way. So let me see what I can do. Alright guys, so it's tricky to get your hand in between. It's doable. Feel it. If you feel it, we just gotta turn it. I think she's in there. I don't think you guys are going to see much, but let's see. If you guys can pick up any of it. I doubt it's a little bit dark in there. But essentially what we want to do is alright, so I think she's going in. Now let's go ahead and put the Allen key on. So we can start turning it a little more. The radiator in place is definitely a challenge, but with a little patience, everything is doable. Half turns and half turns. So she's going in. And turns at a time. And getting closer and closer. Gravity is doing its part. Ay, ay, ay. Patience, patience. Okay, so now we are at that point that I was telling you guys. Okay, so are we spinning it, we're turning it, and we're basically moving the whole before assembly. So what we're going to do now is we're going to get our pipe on the Allen. Okay. We're going to go ahead and get our screwdriver in so we can lock ourselves in. And then turn the Allen and take it out. We're going to reposition again. Okay, in place. We're going to come back here and lock ourselves in again. Alright, so it's already tight. Cut the iron off. Now we're going to guide our fan, shutter, fan, plug in place. Okay, so we are back in place. Everybody's looking good. Got our C-clamps. Not a C-clamp, but our retainers or whatever you want to call it. They're clipping in place. On this side here, it's a little bit more difficult because we got lines in the way. But nothing is impossible. Now the one on the bottom, I took it from the bottom, so I'm gonna get underneath there, and I'm gonna also go ahead and click our line that is down there. That way we can knock that out of the way as well. I'm gonna go ahead and put my dipstick in, so I don't forget that. We have our shield. Okay, so that's 3 bolts. So there's a bolt and 2 nuts on the back. Got our 10mm. Okay. We got our hose. In place. Everything is in place, so we're just gonna put this guy in, and the bottom one. Okay, we're back.
What do you think?
I don't know, I think I'm gonna have to take it apart again.
Really?
Yeah.
Still leaking?
A little bit. Alright, try to give it a crank real quick. No, crank it, crank it. There it is. And that's it.